All right, let's start. Um, Tomorrow the weather doesn't seem um to be very convenient to let you come to school. That's why I decided to make the class to be online. And I finally managed a way to let you do the lab online while we are able to help and support you. I'm going to explain that in a bit, how we're going to do that. So I'm going to start with the class announcements. So this week we are covering the while loop, and also we are releasing homework two. Homework two will be released after uh, the tomorrow's section B uh, class time. Homework two is about a vending machine, which is represents the same actions or the events that can happen in a vending machine where you can put money and then you can choose an item, and if the item exists, you would be able to buy it if you have enough money, or you can get refund, and also you can restock the items inside the vending machine. That like the main objective of the lab is to be able to use the inputs, the variable, the logical statement, which is the F and LF statements and so on, and also a while loop or a loop in general. You need to be able to use them all together to solve a problem. I'm gonna explain it briefly for you because I want you to read it and to be aware of the homework, and please try to start as early as you can. Don't leave it till last minute because here we were gonna have exams. So try to finish from it early so you can study enough for the exam. All right. So let's me go over the homework. The homework is about the vending machine, as I explained. And in the vending machine, we're providing you with the finite state machine. What does that mean? That's mean you're gonna move from a group of actions to another group of actions to another group of actions. So when you go and try to buy from the vending machine, the first status of the machine, it would be the start state. So the start state is where the machine is ready. Well, the machine will telling you like, what do you want to do? So this is considered state A. And then if you put an input that you want to do a restock, it's going to take you from state A to state B, which is the stocking state. And in this state, it will tell you like what exactly, which item you want to stock. And then like, let's assume you have three Cokes, two candy, two whatever. You're going to stock them to the full, to the full. Imagine that you have the ability to just like to do that magically, and then like everything will go back to the default where like maybe all of them would be like 10, 10, 10, or 10, 5, 9, whatever the default. Then it's going to take you back. You can see the error, the arrow, which will take you back to the start. So you can stock and you can have information about it in the same assignment. You can insert money, and then you can keep insert money until you have enough money. You can then start select. So it will take you to the select state. After selecting, if the item is exists in stock, you would be able to get it. Otherwise, it will tell you no, it's not available. And then you can choose something else, or you can ask for a refund, and a refund will take you to another state, which is the return change. And then you're gonna give it the change, go back, or if you already dispense the items, and you can give the change back, and then like you're gonna go back to the start state, or you're going to return the change and then you go to the start state. So this is the general idea for each state. Um, we have here description. So state A will do this, state B will do that, and state C, state D, and so on. It will explain. And then also we have also the opportunity for extra credit. I'm not going to go over a lot of details now. This is something I'm going to explain it again in the next class. So here it's explaining everything and how you understand that. And don't forget the documentation that's going to be on the top of the code. Your code has to be Python. We should be able to run your code. And also we are forcing this time a specific type of variables you need to create, similar to states. the money, the cost, like the item one and item two and item three. So item one, let's assume it's a candy where you're gonna have like 10 of candies, or like second item, maybe it's soda, but you'll have like five of these. So each items you will have some initial value. So here, this is three, this is five, this is two for each of those items. So every time you take one, this is going to be minus one. So how to move between state? You're going to start by assuming you're in state A, and then you're going to keep looping inside the states until you said, I am exiting the program, and then you're going to terminate and close. Other than that, you're going to keep the vending machine running. And if you change the state, so let's assume you're here and you decided to change the state, you're going to change the variable value. And this is how you're going to move by states. So now this is for the homework. Going back to the assignments. So this time the assignment's going to be a little bit different. We're going to use a different platform called Codio. And I would expect lab in the lab time. This is also for the TA to understand what exactly is Codio and we're going to do. You're gonna do the lab in the lab times, which is mean it's gonna be from 9:30 till the end of the lab time. If you have a question, you're gonna come here, you're gonna click on the chat. We're gonna be online and we're gonna be live where you can ask any question. Hi, can tell us like, can you check my solutions? And we will be able to access your solution and check it and give you some hints and feedback. Okay, so chat is for you to be able to ask us questions and discuss. And for the lab itself. So when you go and you click on online lab for Codio, when you click on that, okay, I need first to be a student. So when you click on that, it's going to take you into another platform. It's going to navigate you to the second platform called Codio. Codio will open the Jupyter file for you that's containing the assignments. And then here, you gonna start solving the problems similar to how you do your lab normally. So as an example, I just put like one test cases here. So here it's gonna give you a problem statements, and here where you're gonna do the code. Here that is an example. Write a while loop that count down from something to something. You're gonna write your Python code here. So I would maybe just for fun, I will print hi. Okay, and then to run it, I'm gonna come here and I click run, and I'm gonna get that result. So this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna read it, you're gonna print, you're gonna read it, you're gonna not print, like you're gonna write your code, you're gonna read it, write your code. When you finish, you're gonna go and mark your lab as completed by going to education, mark as completed. This way we would be able to grade it. And you're going to do your lab here, and we will be able to access your lab and see your work of progress while you work. And we will be able to answer all your questions. Okay, for the first question, it's not really printing hi, it's asking you to print the numbers count down from 10 to 1 all in one line using a while loop. So remember that how you can write the while loop and how to you put print statements. Okay, the second one is kind of you're going to do the same concept, but you're going to print between, you're going to loop around 1,000 times. And then you're going to print the number between, you're going to print the numbers that are multiple of 13 and 17. So if the number is multiple of these two, you're going to print them. And here we're giving you some games, and we want you to modify the game. This game is about the guessing games. The program is generating a random number for you, and then you're going to put an input number to guess what would be this number. And then your program would, if your number is invalid, it will tell you it's invalid. If it's greater than a number, it's going to tell you too high. If it's less than the generated number, it's going to tell you too low. So you need to modify that and to change some stuff. So you limit the number of trial to 5 times. After 5 times, the user will lose. All right. And if he managed to do it correctly before the 5 time, you're going to tell him like you guessed it right. So this is for the problem 3. Problem 4, it would be something similar to when you were young, when they ask you to do multiplication table. This is kind of the same, but it's not the multiplication table, it's the modular table. I would expect you to print something like that. 1 modular 4 equal to modular 4, 3 modular 4 from 1 to 20. Okay, I would expect here to see 21 and to see the result. And I would expect to see this is exact things as an output, like a number, modular a number, equal a number. Inside, of course, you need to use a while loop to print all that. The next problem is you are reading a number. As an example, let's say I will tell you, like, give me a number. And then you would say, okay, my number would be 3. I will tell you, okay, if you're number 3, give me 3 numbers. I would tell you, okay, maybe 5. And then I will tell you, I have 3 and I have 4. So you gave me 3 numbers, 5, 3, 4. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to calculate the average of these 3. And I'm telling you, like, the result of the average is 4. So tell me, okay, how about, let's play it again. Okay, give me give me a number. I would say, well, the number would be 2. Okay. So the number 2. Okay, give me now 2 numbers. Okay, the 2 numbers, let's say it's 1, 1. So then you calculate the average. So 1 plus 1 is 2. Divided 1, it's going to give you the average. You're going to print the average, and so on. This is for problem 5. For problem 6, it's kind of similar concept. So it's about the power. So as an example, if you have like 2 to the power of 3, this is equivalent to 2 multiplying by 2 multiplying by 2, right? So we want you to create a while loop program that generate that without multiplying them directly into one line or putting the power. We don't want you to say 2 to the power of 3. No, we don't want you to say that. We want you to do that. So you're going to read 2 numbers. You're going to read the x. The x in this case, it's 2. And then also we want you to read y. And the y in this case is 3. So you are reading these 2 numbers from the user, right? We're reading x and y here. And then you need to write the loop that every time gonna do something and gonna multiply the 2, if x is 2, over itself several times. I will give you another example. Feel free to rewatch this video as much as you want. So imagine you have a cup, all right? The first time, we're gonna put the first 2. And then I will come again because it's 3 times. So this is not 3, this is 2 now. I will put 2 again. Okay, so now it's not 2, it's 1. And I will put the 2 again. So now my result, this cup called result, it's contain the result of it. So here, you're going to have your cup, and inside your loop, every time you're going to do the multiplication, and then outside, you're going to print your result. I hope that makes sense. And I will be online through the chat, and also I'm gonna open the so I'm gonna open the lab assignments for you to finish. Let me just remove that. So when you're done, you're gonna click mark as complete, and then you're gonna click yes, and you're gonna click OK. And this way you would submit your assignments, and it's gonna take you back to the campus. All right. Stay warm, stay safe, and see you tomorrow.